This is GH Dirty Deeds. I'm James Lott Jr. This is on JLJ Media. Um, the subject for this week's Dirty Deeds is the show, General Hospital. Now, I'm loyal. I watch the show every day. I watch it every week. I have since the late 70s, early 80s. Um, without break, I always watch it, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. But now the difference, of course, is that I actually talk about the show for a living, especially on my show, JH Mini Spotlight, that I do with Frank Moran on Sundays. But also on this show, we spotlight characters and things. But I was compelled to say just a few words because that's really all I have about the show of late. Now, I have to remember and keep in mind that we're on strike. There's a SAG after strike, and so the regular writers are not there. Actually, writing the head writers aren't there. Writers aren't there. That normally write the show. Now, mind you, the executives are still there. People who make ultimate decisions are still there, and it is my understanding that it does start from the top. Many things that we see on screen and what is written and what is put on screen. So I'm not going to explain away. I'm not going to give full credit to the strikes for this happening. There were some problems before. But the problem that I have right now with General Hospital and its dirty deed is that I'm bored out of my mind. Literally last week when Frank and I did our show, I didn't know. I was like, I almost didn't do a show because I'm like, I don't like to be just super negative or just be this negative person. That's it. I mean, there are people who do. There are folks I understand who do enjoy certain storylines. There are folks who like certain characters. There are some folks who I think actually like the show. So I don't want to just come on and just shit on it and just like all the time. Don't do that. That's why I'm doing that here. But we try to give some objective stuff, and there's a few bright spots here and there within the week. But I just watched 4 episodes this week, Monday through Friday, Monday through Thursday, because today's episode isn't out yet. And I was just sitting there going, there isn't a single storyline right now that I'm engaged in. There isn't a single character I'm rooting for. They're presenting story for us and saying, I should be rooting for Portia and Curtis, but I'm not rooting for them at all. I feel like there were steps skipped to where now Trina's calling Curtis dad. Like, where did that come from? We didn't get that special moment. We didn't get that build up. And where's Taggart? We had the Zeke character come on. We haven't seen him in weeks. Is he a lawyer too? Yes, we're bringing Jackson Montgomery, but that's not exciting. The pacing, the storytelling, maybe this deception case 6 months from now. Okay, the Sasha thing, while the acting is good by Sophia Matson, who's playing Sasha, she's incredible acting. I'm not rooting for her and Cody. Gladys, well, I love my Bonnie Burrows, but Gladys she's gone too far, so I'm not rooting for her. Nina and Sunny, not rooting for them. It's just there's it was like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, I did a show. I was like, I loved it. I was like, oh my God, every day was exciting. I was coming home to watch it. It's the unevenness that's crazy. Someone brought up in one of my Zooms, there hasn't been a Love in the Afternoon or Summer of Love or any of that. I was seeing any of that. Characters are whiny and doing wrong things, or we just never see them. I guess for today's episode, spoiler alerts, Maxie kids finally show up at Lulu's house and Dante's old house. I mean, I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. It's just, I just, we get Selena Wu every 3 weeks, and I mean, she's a great character we all love. We barely get her. Lydia Look is just a national treasure. I don't know. I'm just not excited. I'm gonna continue watching it and doing shows on it, of course. But I heard some of the ratings are going down on some level. I can see why. It's just not. It's not at its worst. It's not horrible. but it's not exciting. There's nothing making me just go, "Oh my God," or "Wow," or I'm just. I said it, and when you have couplings or potentials, you have to have a rooting factor. Even if you have one do something bad, you still have to. It should be a redemption piece. There should be something there that makes you. Liz and Finn don't care. Austin and Ava don't care. TJ and Molly don't care. I mean, I'm just like, I want to care. My chocolate twin says all the time, tell me more on dish days. I have open arms. I'm like, give me what you're gonna give it to me. Give me what you got. And I think a lot of you feel the same way. I hear from you guys. Some of you feel the same way. Like we're ready. We're here. We are ready for exciting. It's like after that Greenland, all that story, it's like we're ready. We're ready for exciting stories. We're ready for some action. If I hear the name Baby Ace one more time, I'm gonna spew chunks. I mean, like that's not exciting. It's not exciting. It's not the award-winning television that this show has given us. Cyrus is cool. He's somebody that I always kind of root for on some weird level. But even now, he's getting mired in some weird piece of storyline. So I don't know, kids. It's not excited. Yeah, and that's the dirtiest deed of all, General Hospital. I'm James Lott Jr. You tell me, of course, you guys always tell me what you think, so I want to hear it. I love hearing what you guys think. And if I get enough comments, I may do an episode where I read what you think. Just like, let's get this out. Let's all talk about it. Let's get it out. And I do soap zooms. We do I have two coming up, one on the 9th, one on the 23rd. And we uncensor, we talk about soaps and have a good time. It's $10 entry, and we do prizes and games and guests and all kinds of stuff. So join us for that. Go to JLJ Media for more details. But Jerry D's on all auto streaming services and JLJ Media on YouTube. I'll talk to you next time.